Welcome to the French Drain Man channel. I'm Robert Sherwood, your host, and I want to talk about leach fields. Everybody on the channel is always asking, what do you do when you don't have a city storm drain? Well, we build a leach field. We haven't really shown it much, but it's time that we start showing it more because we have too many subscribers that do not have access to a storm drain. So this is the smallest leach field kit that we have. You can see it's an easy dig. That manifold that's connected to all the knife cut yellow, you can see that dual wall culvert pipe manifold. It has 4 fingers. Those are chambers. Those yellow knife cut runs, instead of it being 8 slot, what it is, it's knife cut. We want it to hold the water and let it slowly leach into the subsoil. So this leach field was installed to help get rid of water in a backyard that would always flood and would always have standing water. What we did is we built a collection system. You guys are used to our collection systems. You know what it looks like. We built a French drain and a yard drain, so we were able to take in surface water, subsurface water, and take it to one of our sump pump systems. We then lifted the water and we took it out to the front yard where we built a leach field. Now, a leach field is level. The reason why it's level, you want the water to not just end up on one end of the leach field. You want the chambers to load, and you want the water to be level in the leach field. Water seeks level naturally. So if your leach field is crooked, it's all going to be to one side. So that's why a leach field needs to be level. So those 4 fingers will all hold water, and the knife cut lets it sweat. The pipe literally looks like it's just sweating, and it allows the subsurface soil to take that in slowly. Now, we remove all the heavy soil. We remove whatever the subsurface soil is, we remove that when we're building our leach field. We then go ahead and replace that with stone. Now, pending your situation, whether you want large stone or small stone, and let me explain. The small stone will actually hold moisture. If you don't have a sprinkler system, you may prefer that because a leach field will dry out a yard. If you've ever driven by a septic field, somebody who lived in a rural community did not have city sewer, you notice the front yard in the hot months of summer, the leach field dries out. So we've learned if you use small stone like pea stone, which I really hate for drainage systems, but it's fine for a leach field. If you don't have sprinklers, you're going to want to use pea stone. It'll hold some moisture and it'll help your yard from drying out during those hot months. If the homeowner has sprinklers, well then I'm just going to use whatever stone I have in my bin, whatever is the most affordable. If you're doing a DIY project, that's what I would do. So this is our smallest system. This is a really small leach field. Okay, so there's our high octane manifold. So you've seen the difference. Those 2 manifolds are our 2 4-inch manifolds. The one is for the yellow and the big one is for high octane. Welcome to the French Drain Man channel. I'm Robert Sherwood, your host, and I just want to show you guys our new leach field manifold. So we're still going to offer the old style because it's an easier dig. You see, you don't have to dig out as much. So this manifold for a small water problem would distribute the water throughout your yard. We went ahead and we asked Boffman Tile to make us some high octane knife cut for leach fields. And I'm happy to announce that they did. So Look at the high octane leach field manifold. Look at the difference. So if you have a serious water problem and you're pumping the water to a leach field, everybody always says, where do you take the water to if there's no storm drain? Well, we take it to a leach field. And I've done a lot of videos on leach fields, and there's going to be a lot coming up, so stay tuned for that. But this is the high octane leach field kit, and you could either purchase it with one coil of the knife cut, and you'll just, divide it up in quarters and have 25-foot runs, or you can go with the 2 coils of knife cut, and that way you can run 50-foot. And this is something you could install with a trencher. So what do we gain by this? We gain a lot. So we got the high octane yard drain pipe. We know this is the strongest single wall pipe on the market. Then we have this manifold. We have spaced out the chambers that are going to hold water, because that's what a leach field does. You have chambers that hold water. You pump all your yard water or your sump pump discharge line water to a leach field, and it'll fill the runs. The chambers will fill full of water during a rain event, and it'll slowly soak into the soil. So having a bigger manifold will help you distribute that water over a larger area. So it's a huge advantage. I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. I'm so happy to make this announcement that we now have a high octane leach field kit for you guys. All right, everybody. Until that next video.